Hey you guys, it's Stef, and today I plan on sharing with you another different side of Lima you haven't seen. So I'm going to show you guys footage of El Mercado de Frutas de Lima, the fruit market of Lima. So let's get to the footage. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the footage that I had to share with you today. There are some things that I want to say about the fruit market, and that is that this fruit market, I believe, is located in the district of La Victoria, which is considered one of the most dangerous districts here in Lima. Just keep your eyes open and you'll probably be okay. And so this fruit market is divided into two. One part is, I believe it's called like the minorista section. I think that's the word in Spanish. And that's where you can buy fruit either by the crate or maybe by the kilo. And then you have this other backside to it. It's the mayorista section, or the wholesaler section. I believe that's the translation. And that's where you almost, or like primarily, buy things only by the crate. This is the section where people who buy fruit to sell in like local little mercados here, they usually go and get their fruit there and stuff. And a lot of the people in Lima, God, I have noisy neighbors with kids. I love kids, okay, don't get me wrong. I took care of kids last year. I grew to love them very much. But I have these little kids that live here near my house, right here. So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, a lot of people here in Lima who sell fruit, they go to this place to buy their fruit because the distributors come from all parts of the country, and then they go and sell the fruit there in this mercado de frutas by the crate. And then the local people here in Lima who sell fruit for a living in the mercados, they go and buy it there because it's really, really cheap. Like, you have no idea. The first time I went a couple of weeks ago, I was so surprised at how cheap it was, and I felt so betrayed by my fruit lady because I just could not believe that I was paying her so much for a kilo of whatever when I could get it there for like practically pennies. I'm so upset. But anyway, and so a lot of the people go to get really cheap fruit there so that they can resell it in the markets and stuff. There are some things that I want to say, and that is that the mayorista side, so the wholesaler part where you only usually buy things by the crate, I don't know if that's the right word, like caja, wooden box, crate, I think that's the right word. Anyway, so on that side, like when I went the first time 2 weeks ago, it was on a Sunday. They close early apparently on Sundays, Monday through Saturday. I think they're open until 8 p.m. But on Sundays they close like around 4 o'clock. And when I went, there was like all of these boxes and paper and broken fruit all over the floor, and it was just a hot mess, and there was trash. It was just everywhere, and I just could not believe like how disgusting it was. And like that the fruit that we get in our mercados comes from here, from this place. I just couldn't believe it, and that just really like taught me that I really need to wash my damn fruit before I eat it. And you really don't know what processes your food goes through before it actually gets on your plate. And so that was a bit eye-opening for me, because if fruit's treated that way, like I can't imagine meat. And for me, it's like, thank God I don't eat meat anymore because I could not handle it. But anyway, and there was even this one man who was eating some food or whatever. He had his bowl and stuff. I guess he didn't want any more, and there was like a piece of chicken and some rice left. And this man just basically poured all of the stuff out from his plate and onto the floor. And I was just like, how could you do something like that? Like, why is it so hard for you to just find a trash can and dump it out there? Like, why do you have to dump it on the floor? But unfortunately, this is something very common in Peru that you will see in less developed areas in Lima, or just in Peru in general. A lot of people leave trash everywhere. They just dump it on the ground, they throw it outside of buses, they just really don't give a crap. And that's one of the things I tried to show you with my video of me going to see my uncle, because he lives in a very like underdeveloped area as well. Is there's like sometimes like mountains of trash in the middle of the street, and you just don't really understand like what's going on here with the people. I think it's a bit of like ignorance, I guess. People, they just don't, I don't know if they don't know any better or what's going on there. But that's something that I observed in the mercado as well. And that's in the mayorista side, so like the big wholesalers part. Now in the minorista side, where you can buy it by the kilo or by the crate, that side was much cleaner. It was much more like orderly and stuff. And it was really nice. That's where you saw all of the images of like all of the fruit, all nice and pretty. And yeah, it was really great. There was, if you ever go there and you come to Lima and you want to get your fruit from there or something, so what happens is it's kind of hard to go from stand to stand to stand, buying fruit, a crate, and then leaving it somewhere so that you can eventually take it all into your taxi or your car or something. So what you do is there are these guys in blue or red shirts with these blue or red, I don't know what it's called, these like flat wooden carry thingies. I don't know, but they basically work within the market. And so when you're done buying everything you want around the market, you always have to ask at the end of every purchase, you always have to ask for your boleta, which is like your receipt. And so the stand owner will ask you like, oh, you know, whose name should I put it in? And then you give them your name and they'll give you your receipt, and they'll separate your box or whatever. And so what you do at the end of all of your purchases when you're ready to go is you take all of these tickets and you give it to one of these men that carry around the big wooden stuff or whatever to put your fruit on, and you just tell them like, hey, can you go pick up my fruit? And you hand him the tickets and then ask him like how much he's going to charge you. Usually it should be around like 50 to 80 cents per box. So like I bought eight boxes, I think, or 7 boxes and 1 watermelon, and he charged me 7 soles, so a little bit less than 1 sol per thing. And you know, I forgot to negotiate because I could have gone down to 5 soles, but I was like, yeah, it's fine. And then afterwards I was like, crap, I forgot to negotiate here. But or to haggle. But yeah, you can definitely do that. And then they're supposed to be trustworthy because they work within the market and stuff. Remember the number on the back of their shirts or on their cart thing. It's not a cart, I don't know what it's called, but that's the thing that they take around and they start filling up your fruit with, and then they carry it behind them, and then they're going around like this. And that's what you probably saw in the video and the footage, is you see like all of these empty boxes or these boxes full of fruit that these men are carrying around, and it can be a lot of work. And so anyway, then the guy brings you your stuff, and then you can take a taxi or put your stuff in your car and be on your way. So that's really great, and that was my experience there, and I was happy to share that with you guys. So if you have not gone to the fruit market, or you plan on living here, you like fruit like I do, and you want to get lots of cheap fruit, then that's definitely the way to go. It's a lot cheaper than supermarkets and even the local markets. Alright, so we've come to the end of the video. If you like this video and the information that I shared with you today or the images, then definitely give this video a thumbs up or a like. If you want to see more of these kinds of videos, then definitely subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out. And if you want to stay in touch with me through social media, then I am available on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter. And what else? Yeah, thank you so much everyone for your time today. I really appreciate you. I really hope that you liked this video. And if you have gone to the Mercado de Frutas de Lima and you want to share your experience with me, you can definitely leave your comments below. Or if you've been to a similar mercado in a different country, then I would love to hear from you and about your experience. So thank you once again, guys. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.